Hey guys, so in today's video, I'm going to be doing a review of some Yayogi dip powders, and I'm also going to be showing how to create this beautiful manicure using some cream dip powders, as well as the Yayogi holographic dip powders. So let's get right into the video. So Yayogi sent over this little package of a ton of different dip powders along with their dip liquids. So here you can just see all of the different colors that came inside. And I actually didn't use all of these dip powders, so I will be putting all of the extra ones I don't use in a giveaway in the future, so stay tuned for that. And along with the different dip powders, there are also the 3 different dip liquids. Here are all of the powders all combined. There are a lot of different colors, and they all come sealed in these little individual bags. And then once you take them out, you can see the actual color of dip powder inside. Now, these jars were actually pretty small, and here you can see it in my hand. So it's definitely a smaller jar, but it is a cheaper price point, so it does make sense. And here are all of the colors outside of the packaging. So there is sort of a rainbow array of different colors. And they also sent over this holographic dipping powder, which I knew I had to immediately use because it is so gorgeous. So the colors I'm using today are this light teal aqua shade along with the holographic dip powder, and they're in shades 06 and DPL SO1. And I'm also going to be using all of the dip liquids. So first, starting off after I've prepped my natural nails, I'm going to be using number 1 base along with my colored powders. So on my nail, I applied a thin, even layer of base, and then I dipped into the colored powder, and I had previously applied a peel-off base coat just for easy removal. Then I dipped into the powder after I have immediately applied the base. And here you can see I did miss a little area of the nail with the base, which is totally okay because we will cover that up with the second coat. And I'm just going to repeat a first coat of dip powder onto all of my nails. And right off the bat, I noticed this dip powder didn't have tons of pigment, so it was pretty sheer. And also, the base coat dried very fast, so I'm pretty sure that's why I kept missing areas on the sidewall, just because with applying a thin, even coat, it will help it to dry faster, which sort of ended up making it dry a little bit too fast, but we will cover that up with a second coat. So here are all of the nails after the first coat, and now after the base has completely dried, I'm going to wipe off any excess powder. And after doing that, I'm going to go in with the second coat. So I'm applying another thin, even layer of base to the entire nail, making sure to work a little bit quicker on this coat, just so that I could fully cover the nail. And after the second coat, the nails became a little bit more opaque, but they still weren't as completely opaque as I like, so I did go in for a third coat. And along with having a cheaper price point, it sort of makes sense that the quality isn't as top-notch as, say, a Sparkle & Co. powder, which is totally okay because it is only a few dollars, so I can totally understand why they would be a little bit lower quality. So after the second coat, I'm wiping off any excess powder, and now I'm going in for my third and final coat. So again, I'm applying a thin, even layer of base to the entire nail, and then immediately after, I'm dipping into the powder. And on this third coat, the nails came almost completely opaque. There was a little bit of sheerness and nail line you could still see through, but it wasn't very noticeable, so I wouldn't recommend going in for a fourth coat unless you are super picky about that. And then after the third coat, I'm wiping off excess powder, and now I'm going in with liquid number 2, which is the activator, and I'm applying a generous layer of this to all of the nails, and this will make sure that the dip powder is hard and ready for filing and buffing. And here you can see that holographic dip powder is super pretty, and honestly my favorite out of all of the dip powders I got sent. So after I let the nails dry for a few minutes, I'm going to file and buff them. So taking my fine buffer, I'm going over the surface of all of my nails to smooth them out. And then I'm also going in with a nail file along the free edge and sidewalls to fix and smooth my shape. After filing and buffing, I'm wiping away all of the excess dust, and now we can go in for our final step, which is top coat. And this is liquid number 3 in the Yayogi dip system, and I applied a thin, even layer of this to all of my nails. And this top coat didn't dry as fast as the base coat, which was pretty nice because it can get a little bit hard to apply a top coat that dries really fast. And with applying the top coat, you can see that holographic shimmer and sparkle come out in that powder, which is absolutely stunning. So after the first coat, the nails definitely weren't as shiny as I wanted, so I went in for a second coat of top coat, and you could also apply a gel top coat at this step if you prefer that method. But for this review, I wanted to stick with all of the Yogi products. So here's my final manicure, and overall, I think that the product is great for the price point. There are a wide range of colors, the holographic powder is absolutely gorgeous, and the powder has a good texture. However, the base dries very fast, the powder pigments are slightly unmixed, and the powder is a little bit sheer. And in that picture, you can see that a little bit better. And I also wanted to mention that I do have a discount code for Yogi, so if you use code KATE 10% off, you can get 10% off your entire order. And I will be sure to leave the information all in the description box in case you are interested. So here is my completed manicure using the Yogi dip powders. I think this manicure turned out really pretty, and I would highly recommend these powders for the price point. Now, they aren't as good as some of the previous dip powders I have tested, but they are a lot cheaper. So if you are looking for a great cheap alternative to some expensive dip powders, this is just for you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a like and subscribe down below, and I will see you in the next one.